The dream of humankind stepping onto the lunar surface for extended missions is no longer confined to the pages of science fiction. With SpaceX leading the charge in innovation and bold ambition, the concept of moon base alpha is taking shape as one of the most exciting possibilities for the future of space exploration. This ambitious project represents not just a return to the moon but the beginning of a new chapter in humanity's expansion into the solar system. Moon Base Alpha is envisioned as a permanent lunar outpost designed to support astronauts as they live, work, and research on the moon for extended durations. Unlike the Apollo missions of the past, which were short stays focused on planting flags and gathering samples, SpaceX's vision aims to build sustainable infrastructure that will act as a springboard for future journeys to Mars and beyond. At the heart of this effort is the Starship, SpaceX's fully reusable spacecraft, which is being developed to carry large numbers of crew members and cargo to the lunar surface. The Starship has already gone through multiple test flights, and although the rocket is still being perfected, the progress has been remarkable. Each milestone brings us closer to a future where it can transport not only astronauts but also heavy payloads, habitats, and supplies needed to construct a functioning base on the moon. NASA's Artemis program has selected SpaceX's Human Landing System, a modified version of Starship, to deliver astronauts to the lunar South Pole in the coming years. This location is of particular interest because of its permanently shadowed craters that may contain significant amounts of water ice. Access to water will be a game changer, since it can be used not only for drinking and life support but also for creating rocket fuel, dramatically reducing the need to transport everything from Earth. Inside Moon Base Alpha, the design concepts focus on safety, sustainability, and efficiency. Habitats are imagined to be modular, with expandable living quarters that could be assembled from pre-delivered units brought by Starship. These habitats would include radiation shielding, airlocks, and advanced life support systems capable of recycling water and air to minimize waste. Astronauts living there would be able to conduct groundbreaking scientific experiments, studying the moon's geology, testing construction techniques using lunar regolith, and even growing food in controlled environments. Farming on the moon might sound like science fiction, but with hydroponic and aeroponic systems already proving successful on Earth and aboard the International Space Station, it becomes a practical step toward long-term lunar settlement. Moon Base Alpha would not just be a laboratory, it would also serve as a launch point for deeper missions. With a reliable lunar outpost, spacecraft could be assembled, refueled, and tested in the low-gravity environment of the moon, making the journey to Mars far more achievable. The logistics of building such a base are incredibly complex, but SpaceX's reusability model offers a solution by dramatically reducing the cost of launches. By sending multiple starships loaded with cargo, habitats, and materials, the gradual buildup of infrastructure on the moon becomes realistic rather than hypothetical. Of course, challenges remain. Radiation exposure from cosmic rays and solar storms is one of the most serious risks for astronauts living on the lunar surface. Engineers are exploring the possibility of building habitats partially underground or covering them with thick layers of lunar soil to provide protection. Another challenge is the extreme temperature swings between lunar day and night, with searing heat during sunlight and freezing cold during darkness. This requires robust insulation, energy storage systems, and possibly the use of nuclear or solar power to provide continuous energy. Despite these hurdles, the momentum is undeniable. SpaceX has demonstrated its ability to push the boundaries of aerospace technology, and with the partnership of NASA under the Artemis program, the idea of a functioning Moon Base Alpha within the next decade no longer feels impossible. The broader implications of such a base are immense. It would not only advance scientific discovery but also inspire a new generation of explorers, engineers, and dreamers. It could become the first stepping stone in transforming humanity into a multi-planetary species, proving that we can adapt, survive, and thrive beyond Earth. As each Starship test flight brings new data and each Artemis mission milestone gets closer, the vision of Moon Base Alpha transitions from concept art to practical planning. The dream of seeing astronauts not just visiting the moon but living there, conducting research, and preparing for Mars, is becoming tangible. This is more than just about technology, it's about expanding the horizon of human existence, turning the moon into the first outpost on the pathway to the stars.